We are hunting wabbits. You want to show the victorious kill? There you go. Here's one rabbit.
I'm Chris Thorn. That's Zachary Fowler. And this is the 30-Day Survival Challenge Texas. There's only one rule. If you want to eat, you gotta catch it and cook it. Morning, everybody. It is day 17. Whew. So close. Only like 2.5, 3 days. And we're going to be day 20. We'll be 66% of the way done with our 30-day survival challenge. Oh, man. Super amped. Still got plenty of raccoon and catfish left. I know Zach went out to hunt this morning. Oh, and before I forget, like I said, we have a full 30-day series. If you're coming in today being day 17, there's going to be a playlist up in the right-hand corner, which you can go back and see from day 1, see everything we've been doing. Whew. All right, guys, so we got a good little chunk of firewood. There's still a lot to be done today, so it's time for me to grab my pack. Let's head out on the trail, go check those traps.
All right, y'all. So we're out here on the trail again. We're gonna check some traps. It's gonna be a 50-50 shot whether we have anything in the traps today. Given the fact that all this overcast weather is gonna throw a lot of animals off their game. They're gonna be a little weird. I'm not really sure how they're gonna behave day to day. So it's always a toss-up with the have-a-heart traps and humane traps. So we're gonna follow the game trail down and see what we come up with down by the creek. Alrighty. Nada, hasn't gone off. Swinging around to the other side and nada. Happens. So I guess the only thing to do is turn around and I'm gonna go check by the river and see if any of our catfish lines and stuff like that have produced anything, like a turtle, catfish, never know. So let's go check, see what's what. All right, guys, 2 miles later, we're here at the river and we're gonna go down and check the lines, but I wanna go down here really quiet to see if there's any gar surfacing, anything like that. So let's go. Some of the lines out right here, but the lines are outstretched, so it might be a good idea to check the lines real quick. So I'm gonna go get the net. All right, something's definitely been here as I've pulled out the first line, because all the bait has been stripped. Got the lines rebaited back in the water. Now I'm gonna go head back to camp and actually eat some breakfast, even though it's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, because I'm just hungry. Had to take care of business. Now I'm gonna go take care of my stomach. Where are you off to?
Huh?
Where are you off to?
Just trying to film like generic, like leaving with my backpack on, maybe.
Oh, well, I saw the trap over there. I didn't know if what you were doing with it.
Oh no, just getting it ready to go back. It was down by the river and in the way of my other filming.
All right, y'all. So got this water heated up. Just used the coals so I can do some dishes. Kind of one of those daily chores we don't like to show too often, only because, well, not the most exciting thing in the world. No one wants to do dishes or hear about dishes, except for those moms who want to know about the new dish detergent from Concentrate from Dawn. But it's one of those necessities. My little Brillo pad leaves I'm using actually come from a sugar hackberry tree. They have very rough leaves, and once you get them wet, you can use them to kind of scrub stuff down and get some of this, you know, catfish and raccoon fat and all this stuff off of the dishes, so you can clean and keep some form of hygiene while I'm eating. All right, y'all, today's the day. Got my walking stick, got my Grimm card. Today, I'm gonna build me a spear. A few things we're gonna need for this project. Obviously, you need a stick, a knife, the Grimm card. In most cases, I would suggest a lighter for this particular project. Then we've got some plastic cordage. This cordage was actually made from recycled 2-liter bottles, something you would find in an urban environment or a lot of litter trash. It actually makes really, really strong cordage. One 2-liter bottle can actually fit you up with about 60 feet, which is pretty amazing. And that's what we're going to be using. So I'm going to be using this table as my platform. We're going to go through and get started. So the Grimm card we're going to be using is the big, huge spearhead. Something that, since Grimm is one of our sponsors, I definitely wanted to build something from their stuff. And I like spears, so it's kind of natural. Now this setup is pretty genius and ready to go. So as you can see, once we separate these two pieces, that top part will fold into the bottom section and it'll make kind of a 4-sided spear. Now, some people might say, well, Chris, that isn't like exactly a very sharp spear, but something this hard and metallic, if it was used in a hunting or emergency situation or in self-defense from a predatory animal or something, it would work really well. It would be hard enough to get the job done. I mean, that's really hard, and if you look how thick that stuff is, that's pretty darn thick metal. And sliding these pieces in together, they'll fit just like this. So in all, when it's said and done, it's a 4-sided card spear. Pretty cool. Now we need to take this and actually baton in 4 pieces to slide this down in. Now, all in all, I wouldn't suggest anybody do any types of batoning or smacking to spine up someone's knife. Something hard like this. But with us being out here, got to use the tools we got. So. And I do want to mention that this will probably be a very, very, very tight fit. There we go. That should do it. Let's go ahead and fit the card inside. The front part of the stick looks a little different because I shaved it down because the stick is kind of fat actually, even though I picked the most narrow side to use. Now once it seats in there, which is actually looking pretty darn good, you'll notice these sides right here, and that's where we can tie our cordage down. And the reason why 2-liter plastic cordage is so good is because once we use our lighter, it'll actually harden and shrink around this and make it even a tighter fit than it's something you could do with simply just doing cordage. Kind of a crisscross X pattern. But what I would suggest is around the top right here, let's go ahead and tie a knot to make this a little bit easier, so you have an anchor point while you're tying this stuff around. We've got the card and the spear tip put on the cordage. Now we're going to use heat to shrink wrap that cordage and make it a permanent seal. Now, just like with paracord, you don't want to sit there and singe the ends. You want to use the heat to slowly shrink wrap and harden sides. as it starts to harden and shrink, it'll create a tighter and tighter seal, which is good, because as the stick loses moisture and it'll shrink automatically because it's just getting smaller and drier, you can keep going back with this type of cordage with a lighter and shrink it even more progressively. So you can always maintain a tight seal with your knots with this type of cordage. There you have it, folks. Wham! Survival Spear by Grim Survival for my 30-day survival challenge. Right, so about to go eat some food. Got me some raccoon with my chupacabra seasoning. Yeah. Gonna eat this up, and I think we're gonna go head down to the river again and check our lines. I do believe Zach's already out there, so wow. All right, guys, so got my blowgun, headlamp, and we're gonna go out and see if we can do a little bit of night hunting on the trail. See if we can get lucky on our way to the river to see what Zach's up to. On the trail, still got my blowgun, took a shot at some creature that's in the dark. I didn't hit it though. Zach's out here on a game trail with his Super Bazooka 3000, getting ready to rock some stuff out. There's apparently he got some footage of a raccoon walking by and he heard a hog. So far I've been skunked, but I've only been on the trail for 30 minutes looking around, so I still got another couple hours before it gets too dark. Right now it's pitch black, but it's only like 6:30, 7 o'clock, so still got plenty of time to get a little bit of night hunting in. Hopefully combining forces with the bazooka, my little pin needle thrower, will be all right. Here we got a little tree frog right there. Pretty neat, huh? Creature feature. We're at the river, which is gonna be incredibly hard to see because it's nighttime, but we're gonna go check the lines, rebait them if necessary, and fingers crossed another catfish, because that would be so good. Let's come down to the bank. We finally got our bank back. These are our passive fishing lines. Doesn't look like anything's been going on. Ooh. No tension on that one either. So, just seems like there's not a whole lot we can do over the next day or so. But bait and pray.
I think I missed.
We've been stalking. And looking, and the reason we're having to do so is because we are hunting wabbits. Yeah, that's a rabbit. Right there. There you go. Here's one rabbit. All right, y'all. So we're back from the river. Got the fire going. Gonna cook us up some catfish. Possibly a little bit of rabbit. Zach is over there processing his victorious hunt that he had tonight with his 50 caliber bazooka air rifle. Well, I can say one thing. It ain't that cold tonight, and that's a good thing. Got a stick bug.
Ugh. Not a big bug.
Pretty cool, huh?
I'll touch him if I gotta squish him and stick him on a fishing hook. Or grab him and pull on a fishing.
Get to dive in some of this. Ooh, amazing catfish. That smells good. Super excited to dive into this. Oh man, it's just falling off. Oh, that looks so good. Big, huge steaks right here. Ooh. You almost feel spoiled on days like this. Gonna add my chupacabra seasoning. I think we'll be good to go. See how it tastes normally. Bravo. Tastes epic. Alright, I think I'm gonna get out of the smoke. Add some seasoning. Gonna devour this thing and then go to bed. Catfish was, as expected, amazing. And I have a feeling it's gonna rain tonight, even though we prepped for it. Reason being is all the bugs, the spiders, the ants, they're starting to close up their holes in their ant hills. All the bugs are running for cover. I felt a really big dip in barometric pressure. All that stuff kind of leads me to believe that at some point we might get a little bit of a sprinklage. So time to just, you know, if it happens in the morning, I guess I'll just sleep in a little bit, get some of that extra rest, use the calorics we just got. But all in all, guys, tomorrow is day 18. Super excited. Day 17 is done. One day closer to the finish. Super amped. I'm out.